Hello YouTube. It is currently on this day of recording. It's currently Monday. I think it's been maybe a day since I've recorded. I can't remember if I recorded the last episode yesterday or the day before, but anyways, let's go ahead and jump in. Um, got two more episodes of this to record, so I think I'm just gonna knock them out in one session here for the next hour. So we'll go ahead and head to the dungeon and get that done. Um, so yeah, yesterday or whenever it was I recorded, I can't remember when, but last episode we went to the dungeon and we picked up a few goodies. We're not even close to being done with exploring it, so we're gonna go back for sure. Um, you know what? Actually, maybe I should reorganize my NPCs here and take care of some stuff in my inventory first. I know I just said we would head into the dungeon, but I kind of forgot we have some other stuff we should probably take care of at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. First thing on the docket is going to be combining all this stuff together because it'll help get us towards the cell phone eventually. I think we only have one more accessory left to do that. Because if I mean, y'all who played Terraria know the cell phone is a combination of this goblin tech here, which in and of itself is a combination of three other items. So we've got this combination item. We've got the fish finder, which is a combo item. It combines a bunch of fishing accessories together. And now we have this, which I just crafted. It's a combination of another three items related to monsters. And then we have the gold watch, the depth meter, and these combined with a compass, I believe. Yes, which we don't have. I don't know exactly where we get a compass, but we'll just keep an eye out for that eventually. So now we have all this stuff but no compass. So once we get that compass, we can combine all of these together into the PDA, which I believe we can combine with a magic mirror, and we can get a cell phone out of that. So cool stuff, cool stuff. Let's see. Got some stuff I gotta put away here and probably sell. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the yo-yo, the staff of necrosteosites, and the shinobi blade, because those are outside of our class, so I'll go ahead and sell those. The Muramasa we could also sell. It is a material, but I believe it crafts into other swords, so I don't think we really need to keep that on us. Yeah, we're good if we just go ahead and sell that. Okay, we have water candles. We'll put those away. We'll use those in some crafting recipes later. Uh, we could put the golden keys. We can leave those in our inventory because we're going to use those in the dungeon. The bones, we can put those away. These spikes, they're not really a material per se. They're kind of a tool, but they're like more of a, I don't know, I typically put these in a mechanics chest. Usually I'll have a chest full of like wires, redstone stuff, traps, things of that nature. I'll usually put spikes in there as well. Because they're technically a material, but we can't do much with them. And they're primarily used for mob farms and stuff like that. So we can make a mechanics chest, or my brain when it says red, my brain. Oh my god, I just tripped over my words real bad there. My brain wants to say redstone because the moment I think of like wiring and buttons and pressure plates, my brain goes to Minecraft and redstone. But that is not the case here. So we can call it just like a wiring chest or a traps chest or something like that. I guess for now, we can just put it in the vanilla tools chest, and then, I don't know, move it around if we need to later. The bewitching table, I think we can put that in furniture. It does have a function, but right now it's pretty much just furniture. Its main use is to allow you to summon one more minion if you use a summon weapon. But obviously we're not going to be worried about that. So we'll just go ahead and put that away for now. And the NPCs, I might have to think something up here, because I think almost all of our houses might be full. So we might have to start making some more, or at least thinking about making some more. Because, you know, if we overload all of the houses, somebody's going to be upset, so we can maybe add like 1 or 2 at most to this biome, and 1 or 2 at most to the snow biome. Same for the jungle, and maybe for the ocean as well. But sooner or later, we're going to have to go underground and start making those biomes. I think we can make a mushroom biome with a pylon and an underground biome. Or house, I should say, an underground house with a pylon. And in hard mode, once we enter hard mode, there's going to be a couple different biomes that we can make pylons in. So we'll have a couple more options soon, but for now, I think we just have mushroom and caverns. Which I'm not going to do today, but definitely on the docket. So I'll tackle that at some point. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything I had to do. I thought I'd be able to move some people around now, but I didn't realize how full my houses were. So I'll just worry about that later. Go ahead and head back into the dungeon. Again, we're not really looking for anything specific here. I don't really know what can spawn in here or what we can get from the enemies. Because, you know, of Calamity and Master Mode and all that stuff. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to get. But let's go ahead and continue on. It'd be nice to get another Cobalt Shield for the range class. Or I guess for the magic class. So it'd be cool to get another one of those. But other than that, I'm not really too picky about what we get. So, yeah, I guess we'll just spend the next hour here. I am still going to take as many spikes as I can and disarm as many traps as I can. And if I don't get distracted, if I have enough foresight to save myself some time at the end of the recording, I'm going to go to the mechanic and buy some stuff from her. We can start working towards some laboratory stuff, actually. We can finally progress some odd lore stuff with those labs and the weapons and all that stuff. So that will be exciting. That's if I remember to do that by the end of the hour. Might just get into the zone here, and I might just forget to check my time. Ooh. Oh god. I'm trying to use this this frog weapon too to see how that is. It seems fine. It doesn't seem like a bad weapon, but it is kind of awkward to use. Because the projectiles are quite slow, and I mean there are some like homing projectiles to be fair. But I don't know, it's just still kind of awkward to use compared to you know, just shooting this thing. It's a lot more traditional. I don't believe we need any more alchemy tables. We do need more bewitching tables if we see those. So I'll look out for those, but I don't think we need any more alchemy tables. Those can stick around. Oh, another shield. Great. That's basically everything I needed. I'm still gonna go through the rest of the dungeon, though. See if we find anything cool. We sell a bunch of this stuff here. I do see we have some new spells, which are unique to the dungeon enemies. That's cool. This spell right here, the water bolt, is it's like the flare bolt that I used to use. If you remember that one, where it would just shoot fireballs that bounce off the walls. It's like that, but it shoots water instead of fire. I don't know if one of them is stronger than the other one, or if they're about the same in power, but yeah, let me just show that off for a little bit. As you can see, it just shoots out a bunch of blue projectiles that move fairly slowly, and they bounce off of walls, so... Definitely a fun spell, but I won't be using it now. I think our trade winds is a bit better than that, to be honest. I think we can sell just about everything else here, though, besides the shield. I'll probably keep any of the bones I pick up. I know we're gonna get a lot of bones here, but I should probably just keep them. And sell any excess later once I'm done using them. Ooh, there's another biome chest here. I believe this is the corruption chest. And we actually do have a corruption key. But I'll show you that we can't use it, unfortunately. Even though we do have it. We've been holding on to it for a long time, actually. Can't remember exactly what episode we picked this up in, but we picked it up pretty early on, and we've just held on to it. But I can't use it, because if I try to use this key here on this chest, it'll tell me. Oh, I guess it won't tell me, but it just won't let me use it. If I right-click or left-click on that thing, it won't let me unlock it. Oh, the key itself tells me. It has been cursed by a powerful jungle creature. So, you could probably assume we have to beat a jungle boss later on to be able to use that. And that goes for... oops, I did not mean to do that. That goes for any of the other biome keys as well. If we find the ice biome key, or the jungle key, or any of the other ones, we're going to have to defeat that jungle boss to get through it and to collect the loot. So yeah, we just can't unlock them now, but I guess it's good to know where they're at for later. All right, where were we? I think we went down this way from all these torches that were placed in a panic. A magic missile, that's not a bad item. Another bewitching table. I think the magic missile is actually a material that we can use later. So that's pretty neat. It's a type of magic weapon. It just shoots out a little projectile that we can actually control with our mouse. So if we're fighting like a boss or something, we should be able to use this to deal direct damage pretty easily. But it's honestly never been my my cup of tea when it comes to weapons in this game. I don't know what it is, but there's a few other items like that that we'll see later. But they've just never been my type of weapon where you control it with the mouse, or if you're using a controller, I think you could use the joystick to control that thing. But it's just never been for me. So we're probably either gonna end up selling it, or you know, using it in a recipe if it's a material. We'll just press on. We'll get rid of all these spikes and these water candles and whatnot. I should probably put on this shield, huh? I think we do have to give up something good here because all of these accessories are great for us. So I would say either the Harpy Ring or the Granite Core. But honestly, I'm kind of going towards the Harpy Ring. Because, I mean, I know that gives us extra flight time and some extra movement speed, but, I mean, the Granite Core has been sticking with us almost this entire playthrough, so I kind of want to keep that as long as I can, to be honest. Well, I'll go ahead and just take off that Harpy Ring. Or maybe switch it out for something later. I don't know. Okay, there's a corrupt chest right there. I'm trying to look at the mini-map, which way we should go. Looks like we can either go up there on the left, or down here. And I guess I'm already here, so I'll just go down here. A magic missile. We can sell one of these. I do think it's a material. I didn't get to see it, but yeah, it is. Okay. Fortunately, we don't have like a little pocket guide that we can use, but just go ahead and take it to him later. What do we got here? Any more biome chests I should know about? Any cool new sections added in Calamity, maybe? Those orange blocks that collapse whenever I hit them, I think they're technically supposed to be invisible, but because I always have a danger sense potion on, they're not really invisible. So that kind of ruins the effect of that, but normally those blocks are supposed to be pretty much invisible, or at least hard to distinguish from the other ones. Ooh, we've got a gun. What a shadow key. I didn't have one of those before. I think we picked one of those up in our first golden chest. And I accidentally threw it away or sold it or something. Let me go ahead and favor that now, so I don't forget about it. We're gonna need that later. The shadow key is something important because technically we're not really supposed to be... We're not supposed to have explored the underworld quite yet, or at least not fully. Technically the progression is supposed to go dungeon or jungle, you know, Queen Bee jungle, Skeletron in the dungeon. Then we would end up in the underworld, the last boss of easy mode. But of course, y'all already know we already built a elevator kind of a long time ago. We gathered some hellstone and looked around, see if we could find anything else, and fished there for a while. So I guess in a way we kind of broke progression, but I mean not really, because I mean that stuff has been available to us for a while, ever since we beat the Eater of Worlds. I think we were able to build a Demonite pickaxe. Ever since then, we had access to Hellstone and the Underworld, so it's not really like we're breaking progression, but kind of, I guess. If you really want to get on my case about it. But yeah, the Shadow Key unlocks all of those locked shadow chests that are down there. I'll show you that next time we go down there, but if you want to go back into my playlist, check out what I'm talking about, you'll see that there's a bunch of locked purple chests down there, and this is the key to get into those. So, you know, now we have access to even more loot than we have just in the dungeon, which is pretty neat. If it wasn't obvious already, it's probably starting to become pretty clear as to why the dungeon is so important in the game. But there you go. Get an entire new biome with all these enemies. We get all this loot, money, bones, new weapons, all this stuff, decorations, all this stuff. And we get progress towards progression even later in the game, which is kind of unique. I don't think we've had another biome quite like this one yet, so pretty cool stuff, I would say. Keep going. We've got, I don't know how much dungeon we have left, but we have about just over half an hour left to keep exploring, so got a good amount of time. It looks like we're getting all the same enemies, though, so I don't know if we're going to get any new loot from them. I think if we were to see new enemies, we would have seen them already, after having, you know, descended this far into the dungeon. That's okay, we're going to see some new ones later. Kind of a common theme of the dungeon at this point. You know. Coming back later to progress the game even more. I still do want to figure out where the other biome chests are, and I want to get rid of as many of these traps as possible. Oh, there's a jungle chest. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark this one with a bunch of torches, because this one's a bit more obscure than the other ones. Those other ones, like the corruption and the ice one, were fairly close to the surface, so I didn't feel like I needed to mark them with a bunch of torches. But if we go to the map, we can see, you know, if we're like over here in the world or something like that, and, you know, we want to look in the dungeon and see where all the chests are, we're going to see this little lamp-looking thing, basically. We're going to know one of the biome chests is over here, so I'll go ahead and do that for the rest of them, probably. Looks like we're getting a lot of the same loot from the chests as well. I don't know if we're going to see any new stuff from those. But again, I do want to just explore as much of the dungeon as I can. And, and you know, find all of the biome chests and disarm all the traps. So, still gonna go through the entire thing. Because I honestly cannot help myself. Okay. So I just started watching Ironheart today. I believe it came out just last Tuesday. Not even a week ago at this point. So it's pretty fresh. I haven't seen any spoilers about it. But there's only 3 episodes out right now, so I would say don't spoil me, but by the time this episode comes out on YouTube, I probably would have already watched all 3 episodes. So it's whatever. I'm still not fully caught up with the rest of the Marvel properties, though. I'm still on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think I still have one or two more episodes to go, and I've just not watched them because of all this family stuff happening. And today was kind of the first break we all had from all of that, so they wanted to watch Ironheart because it just came out, and I was like, all right. I was kind of worried that some stuff from the previous shows and movies might show up in Ironheart. I'd be kind of confused, but so far that hasn't happened. So. I don't think I have to worry about that, at least not now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need more than 1 or 2 magic missiles at the most, so I don't really feel that bad for throwing them away. I'll try to grab maybe one more, if I can find one, just so I can have 2. Just in case I do need 2 of them, but most items in this game, most weapons, I should say, if they're in a recipe, it's usually only one recipe. Rarely there are some weapons which are used in more than one, but that does not happen too often. And from my experience at least, it seems like those items which are used in more than one recipe, it's usually the case that you can craft them or farm for them. So it's not like, you know, if we throw away one of the, like a magic missile, for example, it's not like we would just be locked out of the other recipe if we need 2 of them. You know what I mean? Now my memory is not perfect, so there could be some stuff like the magic missile where you have to collect them like a chest or something like that. So if you throw them away, maybe it is detrimental, but I don't think that's ever really been a problem for me. So I guess we'll just solve that problem if we come to it later. Like I said, I'll just pick up another one if I see one.